Hi everybody, my name is Curtis Cramblett, a physical therapist and owner here at Revolutions in Fitness. And today I just want to address some standing ergonomics, and particularly for those of us who really wish we had our stand stations that we had at work. And our bodies are getting tired of sitting. We're starting to get some neck or shoulder or back pain. So today we're going to talk about three things. Number one, what does good standing ergonomics look like? And how do you set up your laptop to be in a good standing ergonomic position? Number two, what does good posture look like with standing ergonomics? And then finally, number three, what's an exercise or a simple thing that you can do with standing ergonomics to help make it so you can maintain good ergonomics? What kind of exercises can you do for flexibility or for core strength to help keep you in a good position once your setup is there? So if you missed my sitting ergonomics video, please check that out. You'll see it linked either on our website, or you can also find it here on YouTube or whatever channel you're checking in with. So standing ergonomics, how do you set it up? First of all, you need to get the station up. So how do you do that? So for me, it's quite simple here at a physio bench. But if you're at home and you're on your if you're at home and you're sitting at your dining room table, what we need to do is bring that whole system up to you. And the way to do that is to use some books. Now it starts to get pretty fun as you stack books up high enough. But what we need to do is stack books up high enough to bring your keyboard up to here. And of course I started this video without grabbing my books. So as I walk off screen, give me a moment if you would. So grab a couple of books and bring your keyboard and your mouse, which as you can see should be separated from one another. You bring your keyboard and your mouse up to where your hands are, and then take your laptop and bring it up to about where at least your nose is, preferably your eyes are. So for me, that would look like this, and then I would need some more stack to bring this higher. And then hopefully you've already gotten the idea that we should disassociate the keyboard from the monitor. So any type of, this happens to be a Logitech Bluetooth, and again, same with this, but any type of keyboard and mouse that disassociates your monitor from your typing is what we're really looking for. So that's number one. We really want to make sure that we're not looking down at. And so if I was going to set this up for me in the right way, I would need to, and if you'll just give me a quick moment here, I would need to bring this up to about here. And of course, as you can see, this can get pretty precarious if you're not careful. But this is getting pretty close for me. Actually, that would need to come up a little higher. And beautiful. All this could be accomplished again with some books. And now all of a sudden, I've got my keyboard just a little bit below elbow level, and I've got my mouse a little bit below elbow level, which works for most people. It's really important that you have a polka dotted Kleenex box. That works best for all ergonomics. And there we go. So that's step A, get them separated. Now, once you're here, it's really, really easy to be in a poor ergonomic posture with your body, even though your keyboard and your setup is right. And what do I mean by that? So it's very common for those of us, especially with tight hip flexors or our core is not engaging, to let our pelvis sink forward and bump into whatever we're standing on. So it's easy to start to look like this or even like that. And what I want is for you to be stacked vertically. What I mean by that is your hip is over top of your foot, and then your torso is over top of your legs, so you're nice and in line, as opposed to your back is arched and you're compressing your back. So you're nice and vertical, your head is in a relatively neutral position, just about back over your shoulders, and then your shoulders are stacked. So that's number two, a good posture. And then what do we do to help maintain this? How do we loosen up the tight stuff, and how do we wake up the stuff that wants to turn off as we sit or as we stand all day? So number one, what I'd like to do is start to open up the front of the hip and just have you lengthen that hip flexor. So you're really dropping your tailbone down and you're opening up the front of the hip. And you can either do this as a static stretch, or you can do this as a gentle on and off. And you can do it as an on and off going forward, or you can do it as an on and off going side to side. Really just looking to get some mobility in the front of that hip because it wants to tighten up when we sit a lot during the day. So that's kind of the lower half. Number 2, let's open up the chest and the shoulders a little bit. Shoulder blades up, back, and let them drop down. We're going to do that again, but this time adding a little bit of framing the doorway. Up, back, and down. One more time. Make sure that you're not arching their back as you do that. Up, back, and down. One more time. Up. As you open up, make sure that those wrists stay behind the elbows. You'll find that it's a whole lot easier to do this as opposed to do that. And back down. So that's the second exercise. Open up the hips, number 1. Frame the doorway, number 2. And then number 3, let's just do a gentle core engagement by putting your hands on whatever you've been standing close to. And you're just going to start to think about pushing forward and down. As you push forward and down, you should start to feel your core kind of kick in. I don't want this. I just want a gentle engagement of your core as you push through your foot that's you got a little more weight on, push through your foot. And let's just hold that for 5 or 10 seconds. Making sure that your neck is staying in a nice line. You should really feel a gentle engagement of your core because it wants to start to shut off as you stand all day with your pelvis forward or as you sit with your in a slumpy position. So this is just a simple way, maybe pushing one hand more than the other and kind of going back and forth a couple of times. You should feel your core engage as you push forward and down on that table. More on one side as an oblique and then more on the other side as the oblique. Okay, so I just want to say thank you for stopping in, for taking a moment to learn a little bit more about how to help your ergonomics and standing. We're going to do another one of these standing videos. You can check it out for a couple more tips, exercises, a couple more tips with standing for good ergonomics. So please check that out. And if you're interested in sitting, you can find those as well. I'm wishing everybody health, and whether it be healthy ergonomics or just health at home. Take some time to move through the day, because remember, the body is cement waiting to harden, and if you stay in one position all day long, it's a lot more stress on your body. So get up and move around a little bit, take some breaks for your mind and for your body. So if you enjoyed these, please pass them on. I really appreciate being able to help more people through these. So if you've got a colleague or a friend you think could be helpful, please pass on to those people. And join us at our website, revolutionsandfitness.com, where you can find more of these videos. You can also find some great home exercise tools and some great ergonomics tools over there, some links to some of the Amazon products. Take care, and thanks again. Make it a healthy day.